as you have already met several properties that are commonly used with tables, we are going to put them together in a single example. Okay, so we're going to talk about the width, which is used to set the width of the table, the padding, which is used to set the space between the border of each table cell and its content, and then also we're going to talk about text transform, which is used to convert the content of the table headers to uppercase. Okay, and then we are also going to talk about letter spacing, font size, border top, border bottom, text align, and there is background color, and even hovering. Okay, the hover is used to highlight a table row when a user mouse goes over it, so that you know which particular cell you are currently on. Okay, we are also going to look at some tips used for styling tables, okay, to make sure that our work is easy and clean. I want to give cells padding. Usually when you are creating tables and you don't give padding, it doesn't look neat, it looks messy. So we are going to look at how to give cells padding. Okay, if the text in the table cell either touches the border, it becomes much harder to read. And we are also going to distinguish headings, putting all table headings in bold, you see, by using the table header element, makes them easier to read. You can also make headings uppercase and then either add a background color or an underline to clearly distinguish it from the main content. Let's say you are differentiating between boys and girls and it's a 2-column table. Each column header, okay, should be uppercase to differentiate it from the differences when you list under it, whilst or it should be colored in a form just to separate it from the main content. We are also going to look at how to make our work in it by adding shade alternate rows. Shading every other row can help others follow along the lines. This particular style is now heavily used in MS Word, so that each row has a separate color. Okay, so that to make it will be easier for you to distinguish between which particular row you are in and which row you are about to enter. Align numerals. You can use the text align property to align the content of any column that contains numbers to the right, so that large numbers are clearly distinguished from smaller ones. And you also have the liberty to look for more examples online on how to style tables. Okay, now this example we are going to explain all these things we've spoken about. A level 1 heading. Okay, there you see a table and the table ends somewhere here. Within a table, see table row, and the table row first one has a header like we explained. Okay, it also has a title. That means this is like a 2-column table. Now this is money. They all have a class of money, so we can style them together. We can style them. You see, that's the style here. We are making it what? Uppercase. See, we are styling it here uppercase. So even though it is written here with a sentence case, in our styling we are going to style all our table headers to be what? To be uppercase. So this particular example will explain all what we've spoken about and how to make a table look very nice and then easier and cleaner to read and to understand. Okay, so we are going straight into our text editor and then we are going to view the results in our browser. Because these codes are a bit longer, let me clear all this HTML. Let me clear it up to this place and then I'll paste the code we are going to use to explain the tables, the table property. Okay, so I can save this HTML. Let me view my browser. I know it's going to look a bit messy. You see, and this is the table without the stylings. Okay, so you can see this is just like the content. It's also just like the content, just like the content. So we are going to style it and make these capitals, put some paddings and some borders, and let's see how it's going to look. So let's go back to our text editor, go to the CSS, replace it with the codes for the table properties. Okay, so all right, let me just change some colors here. Let me just save it, Control S to save it, go to my web browser and refresh. Now I'm going to see a clear difference, a clear difference between what I did earlier and then this. I gave it a color. Let me just change it to black. Let me change it to black. Let me change it to black. All right, let me resave it and then come back to my page. All right, so you can see all the table headers are uppercase, and then you see the hovering. The moment I put my mouse pointer on it, it should indicate which particular row I am on. You see, so my hovering is actually working. We still have some empty element styling. Okay, so this is how to make tables beautiful as compared to the ones we were using without the styles. All right.